Yo, what is up? It is your boy. I got a nice little stomach ache and I don't know how it happened. But today we have our interview with Slowdy. This is our very first international interview with French producer Slowdy. That's pretty sick. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty cool stuff. We talk about using traveling as a method of creativity, of inspiration. We talk about the production game, being a French producer, and all that good stuff. There's some really cool stuff up in this piece, you feel me? So you definitely want to be checking this out. And if you are here, I do not want you to like, subscribe, or any of that mug, right? Until you have actually watched the interview and enjoyed it. And you actually liked it, you feel me? So I'm not going to hold you here any longer. We're going to go ahead and get right into things right now. What we could probably do is just start and then just let people come in. So we can go ahead and start with a little introduction. What's your name? Where you're from? What you do? Those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, sure. My true name is Dylan, but I'm using Slowdy as a nickname. I'm from France, south of France, actually, and I like to travel a lot, so I'm not there very often. I'm usually doing France Island whenever I can, and I'm doing music since I'm like 8 or so, and went into beat making like 5 years ago, something like that.
So tell me, how did you grow up, and how did that lead you into making music?
Oh, that's a long story, actually. I guess it's a long story for everyone, but truth is, I'm not from a musician family. So when I was 7, something like that, I asked my parents to start playing the guitar because that was the only instrument I've heard of, basically. Then I started some rock group because I got some rock roots in music. I did I've been in like 3 or 5 rock bands, and I met one of my best friends actually in one of those groups, and we grew up in the music at the same rhythm, and we went into hip hop because we were very interested in the process of making music and growing, making new stuff and evolve and things like that. And so I saw him making music and record for the group, and it gave me the need to produce music on my own, and that's how I grew up in beat making, and how I started thinking that it was what I wanted to do, and I do that a lot since I knew him, and I gotta thank him for that for sure. And that's how I started making music and hip hop in particular.
So where does your name come from? Slowly.
Yeah, that's a long story too, because I guess lots of artists struggles in finding a nickname that suits him, and I went into a long process of
Right.
finding my names that wasn't taken, because that's a big problem nowadays. And I went into Focus. That was my first nickname I found, because I got lots of troubles focusing in one things, because I got some trouble focusing on one thing. And recently I started making a kind of a group with some friends, including the one I talked to you before.
Right.
We had to find nickname because we wanted to do something bigger than what we made earlier, and so I found the name Slowly with help, because my name is Dylan, and I can be really slow at making things because like I have troubles focusing on things. I can make really long time to achieve projects. And when I started music, it was a big problem because I wanted to mix things and compose things, and it could take me like 6 months, even more to do things.
Oh,
That and I also smoke weed, so.
Gosh. Okay. Nice, nice. So what are some collaborations you would like to do um, as you do music?
In an ideal world, in what I can do right now.
Both.
In an ideal world, I guess my favorite word I'd like to fit with would be Kendrick Lamar, and beat making for him would be a huge consecration for me because it's like my favorite rapper of all time.
Mm.
Also, the Dreamville label, like beats for Bass and J Cole, oh, and GID, very much GID. I'm really fond of everything he makes. In what I can do right now, I'm kind of happy with my band. I told you earlier too, because they really making me progress and making me want to have deadlines and all that. That makes me progress a lot. And like they own all beat makers. They giving me how do I say that? Like they giving me some things to do that are complicated to achieve when you're a beat maker, but when a beat maker give you some things to do, he always have in his head that it's complicated to do, so he adjusts what he's saying to you because he knows how complicated things are. But when someone that doesn't beat making to give you constraints, I think it's constraints. They don't have this background in their head, so they tell you everything basically.
Right, right. How do you make the beats? Like, what is your process when you make beats?
I'm trying to have several routines to make beats, so even when I'm not inspired, I still kind of produce. So usually, I have my keyboard that I take anywhere, everywhere, and I'm putting chords on the keyboards and on Cubase because I'm using Cubase, and I usually do the chords first, and then putting the melodies and the drums after that. I sometimes listen to music and saying, "Oh, I'd like to make a beat like that." It can be a source of inspirations too. I also play the guitar, so sometimes I play a little and I try to record some and all that. Yeah, and I'm trying. What is important for me is to be really quick in the process because, as I told you, I have really huge problems at focusing on one project. So my goal is when I start a beat, I'm trying to finish it in like 2 or 3 days stop. Because if I take more time, it goes in the graveyards of all my prods of my beats on my computer. So
Right.
I'm trying to be as fast as possible in the process.
And why do you do music?
Oh, that's it's both simplified because I always wanted to make music, so I guess it's something I have to do in my inner side. and at the same time, I can't really explain why I have to do music. I can tell you, like everyone, that it's something I need to express myself, and that's something I feel. But I'm not really sure that I can. It's complicated. It's like it's not really clear for me. I know that if I don't, I feel really different and not complete. So yeah, I need that, but I couldn't tell you really why.
And if you couldn't make music, what do you think you'd be doing?
If I wasn't doing music, um, honestly, I wouldn't do much. I would be playing video games a lot, for sure.
Yeah,
I
right.
would be I would be taking lots of drugs too. So I can say that for the previous question, the music kind of saved my life because it gives me a goal, so I don't dive in the deep addictions of drugs and video games and all that. Otherwise, the job I had before dropping it and making music at full time was acoustician. So it's kind of close of music, but it's more focused on noise than music. It's like I helped people to build their studio and theaters and every related problem about sound, actually, like having problems with nightclubs and all that. Yeah, I think I'd be doing still, and problem was that I wasn't really happy doing it. So I guess I mostly be sad on my life, but I don't have to
Got it.
ask myself the question. So I don't really know.
So, what would you like music to be able to give to you?
Oh, what it gives for me right now is more than what I need, actually. Yeah,
Mm,
I have to say money for sure, because I'd like to live correctly by doing music for sure. Um,
right.
what it provides me actually is great social interactions, like what we're doing right now. For example, the many other examples, like talking to people in party about what song is playing and talking about, oh, the drum's really nice, or whoa, I love the synth sounds and all that. So this is very important to me, and I'm really glad music is able to provide this for me. Um, what it could provide me more is giving me the opportunity to travel more, like in different places. Like I'd love to go to United States, for example, to collaborate with more artists. Yeah, it's mostly social interaction that I'd like to that I love music to provide for me. So if it provides me more, I'd be more than satisfied with that.
Mm, awesome. And did you move to do music, or was it for something else?
I moved for indirectly for music, but mostly for something else. I think it's really important for artists in general, not especially musicians, to keep getting inspired by what they see and everything. So if you stay at the same place, getting the same routine days after days, I guess it's more complicated to stay inspired and give on the market. So I love that part on traveling. Also, like I told you, focus is a huge problem for me. So I like to keep distance with my really close friends. So I'm not tempted to see them every night and stop working. So I love that part in traveling.
Mm,
Yeah, the last part is getting to know more culture and music styles. For example, I often listen to radio wherever I go, so I get to hear new music that I don't usually listen. It gives me inspiration, and I try to mix all of what I can hear to provide what I do.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. What are some other things that you like to do besides music?
Besides music, yeah, aside from traveling and playing video games, I'm a huge fan of science in general. I love to understand how the worlds work around me and
Mm,
how everything creates whole things, basically. So knowing how the lights can provide to the house and how everything works together and how it's only one big theater, basically. Um, yeah, that's something I love, and yeah, I'm really curious in how the world works in general. So that's probably something I could have done too, like working in science. That was what my previous work was about too. It's an approach that's really helping in music, so I'm glad to have it.
right. That's awesome. That's awesome. And what are some of the video games you like to play?
Video games I like to play. I'm a huge fan of Super Smash Brothers, like
Yes.
really too much, actually.
Me too.
I, I started playing Melee when I was really young, and I didn't give up
Yeah, me
since then.
too. Me too.
Yeah,
And
that would be great to
that's
have a
awesome.
to have a match or something like that. Uh, I also played Overwatch, and
For sure.
that's
Yeah,
kind of it.
yeah. Okay. Nice. Nice. What who do you like to play in Smash?
What the characters I like to play? That's the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
My main would be Steve. I know lots of people don't like it. Uh,
Steve.
I don't care. I
Interesting.
like the fact that it's like a puzzle game in Smash Brothers. You know, you're making plans and you get to making them work out. You know, I love that. And although those characters like Snake, I love playing it, playing him for that reason too. And yeah.
What would you like to accomplish in 5 years with music and also your
Oh,
personal life?
what I'd like to achieve would be people to listen to what I produce and place some beats on famous artists would be really great for me. Not so much in terms of money, even if that would be great, but mostly in terms of uh, reconnaissance. I don't know how to phrase it in English, but yeah, it's mostly people hearing me and saying that they like what I do. And that would be a huge thing for me. That would be that would be what I'd like to do and making a living with my music, not having to ask myself what do I have to do in to get money and all that.
Mm, right. Right. Awesome.
Basically, comfort, basically live by music would be great.
And then what about your personal life?
My personal life. So actually, I'm in a state of my life where I try to be happy with everything I have. So I
Mm,
guess I'm happy with everything I have. So in my personal life, I don't have anything to to move or to add. I guess keeping my friends close.
mm,
Yeah, keeping my friends close. My girlfriend too. Yeah, keeping real connections mostly. I don't want to because I start meeting new people to get some people that want to do bad around themselves. So I guess having a great people around me.
So those are the general questions, right? But with the interviews, I usually have 2 to 3 questions at the end that are more random, um, just to see what what
I'm
comes
a
up.
random guy, so.
So the first one is which of the 4 seasons is your favorite and why?
Oh, that's a tough one. Uh, I guess every season have its pros and cons. I love them. I would be a liar because everywhere I go, it's often summer every time of the year. So I guess I have something for the summer, but I love the fact that you have to get in the blanket to be warm and all that. So I guess yeah, every season can be great if you look it at the right angle. I don't really have a personal favorite.
And what place would you like to go on a vacation um, before you die? Where do you need to go?
From the few travels I made, the favorite places I went to were the ones where it's sad to say, but where the people didn't have as much chance as I had in my life. Like the travel that touched me a lot were the ones where people had troubles, like having a roof up their head, because it helps you to be humble. So this is really important to me to remember that people don't have as much luck as I had in my life. So I guess I'd like to go to India or yeah, East Asia, where people have trouble to live basically.
Awesome, man. Well, that's pretty much everything I had for you. I don't know if there's anything you would like to say before we wrap things up for tonight.
Um, I know it's a bit cliche, but people should listen to French rap a little bit. I'm not proud of my country a lot because I don't like it that much, to be honest. But one thing I'm proud of in my country is the rap music we do. That is really great. So if it can help people to like a little bit France, because I know we are not very liked in the outside world.
Hmm.
So I guess if people could give in an ear to some French rapper like Orelsan or Damso or rapper like that, that would be some advice I'd have, because it's really different from US rap and UK rap, and
Right.
it's really great in my opinion. It's really inspirational.
Awesome. Well,
I'd also like to thank you, of course, because it's really great what you're doing to interview people like that and giving them a chance to express themselves. It's really a great thing you do, and I'm glad you did this.
yo, thank you so much for making it this far into the interview. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna be dropping Slowdy's links somewhere around here so y'all can go peep game. Y'all can go check him out and his music. If you made it this far, you enjoyed the interview, consider liking, subscribing, and all that stuff because we got daily uploads. You feel me? You don't want to be missing out on these uploads. I'm telling you. Anyways, I'm gonna be catching y'all on the next one. Peace.